thanks a lot, but actually, Legally Blonde is doing okay. Okay? I just want you to know, it's in MTI, there's a 25 productions going on.
Hi everybody, I'm Dan.
I'm Andrew Barret Cox.
And welcome back to another episode of The Witching Hour! Where we talk all about Dragula,
Halloween,
witchcraft,
and alternative drag.
Get into it, baby. Get into it, babe.
Now, if it weren't for a last-minute decision at the abortion clinic, the world wouldn't have known Cher.
So we are doing part 2 of this 2-episode leak. What was the drama that happened with this?
I don't know. Amazon needs to get the part.
Yeah.
Pull yourself together!
We start off with the Boulet brothers
continuing their storyline that makes no sense.
Exactly, and they are cleaning up this kitchen, bitch. Let me do it.
It's not being clean, it's not good. I don't know if it's leading somewhere,
right?
But they were having Israel and another muscle dude clean up a room. And so then we are back in the morgue, and they all come back in after the craziness of Madeline's meltdown last week. Dolly was like, okay, so we haven't said anything about Maxie, so I think we're all on the same page that Maxie is going home.
Yeah.
And they do. They're called onto the main stage where the Boulet brothers tell them that this week is a design challenge, which I have been waiting for.
Yes!
They have to make looks completely out of garbage, and also they could only do their makeup with permanent markers. My question is, do you think that they made these outfits before they got there, or do you think they had like a bunch of trash to work with?
I think that they had a bunch of trash to work with. A lot of the contestants on the show make a lot of their own material that we get to see and showcase on the show.
I made this bodysuit.
Yes, and
back in college.
I made $27 to purchase this on Fashion Nova.
Priscilla starts talking about how trash queen was sort of a derogatory term used against her. People call her a trash queen.
Right.
And she talks about how she reclaimed that term, because she was an addict and she ultimately found herself homeless and in with a really bad crowd, and she's been sober for a couple of months. She says, this is a trash queen challenge, I'm gonna fucking win it because I'm gonna show those bitches.
Get up, look sickening, and make them eat it.
What about the funny part? Make me laugh. You gotta bring the funny.
Priscilla and Madeline are having a conversation. I feel like it's on the other side of the morgue, and Madeline is also suffering from addiction, and so they're kind of connecting. On the other side, other contestants are having fun and playing along with the Sharpies.
Having fun in the sun.
Yeah, and
summer's just begun.
Obviously get that the subject matter that Priscilla was talking to Madeline about was very heavy, and Priscilla just wanted. You got so heavy, baby. Madeline and Priscilla were having a private conversation that just happened to be on the other side of the room. And I don't know that all the other people were listening. Granted, they were laughing and they were having fun, but I didn't think that they were engaging, and it seems that Priscilla was distracted by this. When you're being vulnerable like that, I guess it's easy for somebody to say, oh, this person's listening to me and they're laughing at me. There's footage to prove that that's really not the case that's going on here. I was like, this isn't about me right now. I'm gonna give Priscilla this time to go through and feel the feelings that they're having.
Obviously, they continue working on their own projects, and they take a second, they take a day.
It's like a second to see how this goes, rhinestones.
And they come back together, and Priscilla sort of says, I'm sorry I overreacted, but I just want to, if I could help one person who's struggling with something that I struggled with, this experience would be worth it. So we get to the main stage, and the Boulet brothers reveal the first look of theirs that I'm not totally obsessed with.
Yeah, I definitely see what they're going for here, but it's not my favorite. They're paying homage to John Waters' Hairspray with a cockroach dress. I do like that it's like out of this, I guess it's the latex material.
It's latex.
Yeah.
It's a piece of fabric.
It's not bad by any means, but it's not my favorite in comparison to what they've done before. Yeah, I do love the gloves with it. That is one thing that I do.
Why the gloves?
So glad we made it. Time will never change it.
One of the Boulet brothers has a ripped glove.
Yeah, clock it. You can see.
Get ready to clock.
Oh my god.
Clean up their messy acts.
Here to help us judge the floor show are...
Oh, wait. messy, messy acts.
The first guest judge that we are introduced to is none other than season 2 winner, one of my favorite drag queens. It's Bitch Pudding!
We were just wrapping up here, bitch pudding.
Bitch is so amazingly talented.
She's like my ideal drag queen. I heard a rumor that last year she wanted to come on stage dressed as JonBenet Ramsey and masturbate, and they told her no. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is the iconic filth challenge from last year when she drank the dirty water on stage. And apparently the crew was like throwing up and running away. Like that's just
It's iconic.
And the second guest judge we have this episode was someone I was fucking pumped to see, Melissa Rose.
Yes.
From Sleepaway Camp and other amazing films. A true horror icon. She played Angela in Sleepaway Camp. And at the very end they pan out and they're like,
God, she's a boy.
It puts transgendered people into a negative light, but they definitely had power in cinema, and horror was the only genre you saw them in.
so you know, awesome.
We go right into the floor show. The first person that we see on the runway, kind of, I feel like the lead of this episode.
And finally, I'm the star! No, I'm the star! No, I'm the star!
Monsters! Suffering succotash! They're monsters!
Priscilla Chambers. I'm absolutely obsessed. Trash prom queen.
Yes.
It's absolutely
With an
incredible.
opossum
Yes.
on her chest.
I feel like we could be talking about this for 10 minutes and go on and on and on about the amazing details. The syringe that's in her gauge.
And then she takes it out and then pours a bunch of slime all over herself. The elastic from a plastic trash bag and just that's her necklace.
Yes,
That's her choker.
and it's like tied in a little bow.
Yes! There's bugs on her face. She has a tourniquet made out of another plastic bag.
Right.
Wrapper thingy went up. She's drinking a Bud Light.
It's amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah. She's drinking at prom.
I'm just a prom night dumpster baby.
Next up, we have Ava Destruction. I like the concept for this outfit.
Me too.
It seems to not stack up as well next to the other contestants.
I'm going back to the vampire challenge.
Right.
You know, she was like, I want to show my hairy body off. We didn't really get that, and now we are getting that. Oh, she comes out and just slaps her ass. And you know, it's all these razors coming up, a razor bra, a razor underwear, just a simple pair of pumps. Also what I love is like the juxtaposition of like her extremely hairy body and then this just like stunning hairless face.
Yeah, she's like,
dabbing.
oh my god, and then fucking dabbing
away
with the strip that she just used to take off her arm hair. Like, oh my god, sorry, yeah, I'm just a little oily over
Yeah, just like,
let me get that.
Next up we have Louisiana Purchase, and this is an extremely different silhouette for Louisiana.
Yes!
I'm obsessed with it.
I'm totally obsessed.
And again,
It reminds me of something Gaga would do.
it looks like some toxic slime which is dumped all over. She's giving me
eating slime.
It was a different silhouette in terms of costume.
It reminds me of we're rest, we're flirting and forlorn. We lean into it, move into it, and our hearts are torn.
Yes, from Hey Arnold.
Yes, boils all over her, and then there's saran wrapped. It's
I
like
was gonna
this
say-
sludge saran wrapped in.
I think that it's just really, really smart that she used a gray beehive wig.
Yes.
I think that it just brings focus to the color that's in the rest of the body, and I really, really, really love it.
So then Landon fucking crawls onto the stage in full character, once again with a fucking fantastic costume, with a message.
It's just a commentary on what society is doing to our environment right now.
Greta!
Cans that are just surrounding his neck, and then the harnesses.
The entire tail is just covered in trash.
It's the bodysuit, the green, it's just spilling out bile and oil and just trash. This is an important matter that people need to discuss and people need to see on television. Landon wanted to showcase that.
And next up we have Hollow Eve. The entire season we've been hearing about Hollow keeping these bloody tampons in their fridge, and they're covered in tampons and feminine products, and a feminist manifesto called Cunt, I would think this would be the perfect opportunity to wear those used feminine products. And I heard a rumor that the producer said you cannot do this. So I think that's why their outfit is a bit more plain.
In terms of the fashion element of this challenge, it just didn't meet the measure.
I mean, I'm 1000% on board with this.
Absolutely.
And it's so awesome, but Paulo comes out with a can of tuna, opens it up and just slaps it all over and then eats it. So they had a little gag with the tuna can.
Wild. And I wonder if that's like a commentary on fish.
I don't view a lot of these things as garbage. They don't look used.
Right. And, but that might go,
yeah.
but that also might play into the hypothesis of what, you know, you read.
Yeah.
So next up we have Dahlia Black.
I watched this when? Last Tuesday? A week ago?
Yeah.
I have thought about this look every day since that.
It's one of my favorite outfits that has ever been on this show.
Yeah. It looks like a character out of a cartoon movie. Like, I just know exactly what this character would sound like.
Absolutely.
I could see a story for this character.
The Ziploc bags, the Tupperware, and
the mouse choker.
But, and also the rat mouse face that's going on.
She has a giant lollipop, made eyelashes out of goddamn paper.
Yeah.
Has spiders in her hair.
Spiders in my hair.
Has, you know, plastic bag as big puff ruffles.
The boobs, the distressing of the boobs, the distressing of the arms, the plastic bags.
Yeah.
It's just the corset is unreal. This look was
everything.
Madeline Hatter. I think what she's trying to do is maybe give like an Antichrist type of a moment is what I'm getting from it, and I see like there's kind of crosses that are going on her eyes.
Okay.
She takes the white outfit and then puts all of this black spray paint all over her goddamn fucking face. That is probably not easy or fun on the skin.
Sunlight on the skin.
Well, it's hairspray.
Yeah. Is it hairspray? I think it's...
No, it's hairspray. That's me.
When you think of trash, you're not thinking of like white, clean.
Right.
The best outfits from this runway look like they could have come from Dump It to Crumpet from the Grinch movie.
Work.
You know what I mean? Like Louisiana looks straight up like when the Grinch is eating that banana, and like I can see Dahlia just like sitting up next to the Grinch when he's like, "Oh, whoa, coming down."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Max! Yeah.
Now sissy that wow.
Now we get to the second part of this floor show, which is an interview with Disasterina!
Before Kathy Griffin did the holding the Donald Trump head, at DragCon, Disasterina came holding a Trump head. Our first interviewee is Landon Sider, who does a good job.
Yeah,
it's a normal interview.
And I think that Landon did a good job of just making sure that he had a conversation with Disasterina.
Madeline seemed a little high school to me. Like, a lot of the answers seemed like very just like, yeah, I'm awkward. I guess so.
And it's hard because you have somebody who is such a big personality like Disasterina and really trying to feed...
But Madeline's a big personality.
Yeah, but maybe I think when you get into an interview setting, you forget that you're just really having a conversation with somebody, and so that can be tough.
Shut off. And then next up we have Hollow Eve, and Hollow gives this full, like, monologue about what their look is, and Disasterina's like, work, you put a lot of thought into this, and Hollow's like, yeah, it's cool. They know what they're talking about, and they know what they want to stand for, and they went in there guns a-blazing.
The next person is Louisiana Purchase.
Louisiana reminds me of like a rocker talking to an interviewer, just kind of like, yeah, I'm here, and I'm cracking some jokes, I'm fun, look at me.
Right.
So it was a cool interview. Dolly has like these fucked up teeth prosthetics, they're unbelievable.
It's just so good. It's just like
she has
lighters
lighters
as earrings, this fucking wand that's happening and this masquerade that she has. It's just like, it's incredible.
unbelievable.
It's absolutely incredible. I just don't, yeah.
Vertebrae on her dress.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
But Dahlia does okay talking to Desiree. She's kind of just like, I wish I was getting fucked.
Eva Destruction,
Who does not do well.
who did, yes.
But also, like, we don't really know how Eva did. The editors just kept cutting away to her going,
I'm imagining that, you know, she knows words other than Last but not least is Priscilla Chambers.
who just comes in and takes the mic.
Right, Priscilla does an amazing job, and I think that this is ultimately why she won the challenge.
But like drinking beer,
Right, exactly.
burns on her mouth.
But she's just having fun, and that's like what it's about. Like, these are two characters. I would love to see a show between Disasterina
Oh my
and
God,
Priscilla
you're so
Chambers.
right.
That would be so much fun.
And the only person who is safe this week is Madeline Hatter.
Yes, and everybody else is going to get critiqued by the judges.
Watch your
So Madeline was safe, but and was asked to stay on stage, and then they went through everybody's critiques, and we kind of got a sense of whether who was top or bottom.
The two queens who are up for extermination are Hollow and Eva.
The Boulets began to give Hollow a critique for their outfit, and Hollow said, I wouldn't change anything about it, this is just for women. Essentially what Hollow put on social media was that, you know, they were apologizing because in their language they were excluding a large group of people that should have been in the conversation and should have been part of the message that Hollow was trying to get across. And of course, you're in a competition, and Hollow was clearly upset in the moment, so said some things that weren't as thought out as they always are.
In that moment, Hollow was referring to herself as a woman and using she, her pronouns.
Yeah, Hollow is they, them, she, her, he, him. You know, Hollow said that as long as you are using respect with the pronouns that you're using for them, it's all good. Hollow in this moment was identifying with the fact that she was born biologically female.
Yes.
And that she menstruates. You know, it's a touchy issue because it gets very complicated, but this is why we have people like Hollow to bring messages like this that make us have these difficult conversations.
And that's why I love Dragula so much, because I think it's important to talk about these issues and talk about things that people are going through each and every day, to have these conversations and to be able to make it so that we're not uncomfortable when we're talking about them. While it's not something that a lot of people have experience with or the exposure to, this is the medium that is giving the exposure to those conversations.
We need people like Hollow, and maybe you don't agree with everything that Hollow is saying, but these are conversations that need to be had. And then we get to the extermination, and they have to blow Gabriel blow.
Yes, to fly higher.
Yes.
On a cockroach.
Yes.
And they all have to do it.
They do. They're like, let's all have some fucking fun today. And everybody has to blow a cockroach into their competitor's mouth. So, this
Eva
happens.
wins.
Eva wins. And I think that regardless of what was going
You
to
know what I
happen
look like right now? And a wacky waving inflatable arm from like Tuesday?
Yes! And what a wig reveal. Yes.
I feel like I can just let my hair down with all you people.
Oh my god.
It's a party!
Yes, unfortunately, Hollow goes home. I was actually really banking on Hollow being in the final four.
Me too. Well, everyone's so talented. Like, it's getting down to the wire where I'm like, oh, I guess.
Right.
I love Hollow. I've loved Hollow from the first episode. I'm so glad that this competition introduced me to Hollow. Jen's tired, you guys. It's 5 in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of The Witching Hour. Woo! We will see you next time for another episode of Season 3 of Dragula.
Yeah, one that comes out at the right time, hopefully.
Yeah, fingers fucking crossed. It was down to the wire. Oh my god. Whoa.
Down to the nitty gritty.
Alrighty, everybody. Have a good one, and we'll see you guys soon.
And if you want to see us perform live with the Boulet brothers, Trixie and Katya, the top 4 of Dragula Season 3, and other incredible artists, get your tickets now to Dragathon, the Boulet brothers Halloween Night Spooktacular in Boston.
Okay, Char, we did it.
We did.
Good work, kiddo. Oof. You okay? What's wrong?
My balls.
Oh.
Ah.
And I